Hey folks, this is Riker, bringing you a Heroes of the Storm guide on how to gain gold as efficiently as possible and how much gold you can reasonably expect to get on a daily basis, which is really important to you if you're trying to buy certain heroes or unlock Hero League, which requires you to own 10 heroes. So first things first, play the tutorials. You will gain 1,000 gold just for that. Even if you don't need the tutorials, you are foregoing 1,000 gold by skipping them. As you can see right here, bottom right, you click on the gear, you click tutorials, you get 250 for the intro, 250 for basic training, 500 for advanced, for a total of 1,000 gold. This was just implemented in a patch last week, so even if you've been playing heroes for a long time, you can now go back and get that 1,000 gold. Next, as you progress all the way to level 40, you're gonna keep accumulating gold at certain benchmarks. 1,000 gold at 2, another 1,000 at 4, and so on, as you can see. So let's say that our goal is to be able to afford Hero League as soon as possible. Then you can see that Hero League unlocks at level 30. That means that by level 30, we need to be able to afford 10 heroes. From the level up rewards alone, you will have 10,000 gold by level 30. Now, what else can you do? Every time you level up a hero to level 5, you gain another 500 gold. Now, to get a hero to level 5, that's going to require roughly 9 games. That's a very loose figure though, because there's a lot of variance in the amount of XP you'll get per game. Some games end faster, some games get you more XP, etc, etc. Just be sure that you play with a friend in your party. When you have your friend bonus active, you'll receive 50% more experience. Just remember, it's not sufficient to be in a party with the person, they must be on your friends list. So you're gonna have 10,000 gold from player progression, you're gonna be getting 500 gold every time you get a hero to level 5, but your bread and butter, where you're gonna be getting the majority of your gold, or at least your consistent gold, will be your daily quests. Yes, you do get gold for playing games, winning and losing. However, that amount of gold pales in comparison to the amount you get for doing your daily quests. There are a total of 9 different quests that you can receive, and they vary in gold payout from 200 to 800 gold. You can stack up to 3 daily quests. In other words, if you go a couple days without playing, your daily quests will accumulate until you have a total of 3, at which point you can't accumulate anymore, and that means that you are theoretically losing out on potential gold. So you really want to make sure that you don't let a day go by in which you have 3 stacked up daily quests. Try to finish at least one of them so that you will get your next daily quest the next day. If you're wondering when the dailies reset, when you get your new one, the reports vary, but it seems to be at minimum 3 AM Pacific time, which is 6 AM Eastern time. Of course, this is in the North American time zone, but certainly something similar applies in Europe. So if we look at the list of daily quests, we see that 3 of them give you 200 gold and have you play 2 games. 4 of them give you 300 gold and have you play 3 games. 1 awards you 600 gold for winning 3 games. And the last one gives you 800 gold for playing 8 games. So as you can see, these quests are weighted by how many games they make you play, and the rate is 100 gold per game. Of course, the win 3 games for 600 factors in a win rate of 50%. Now within this pool of 9 quests, you cannot get the same quest if it's already in your quest log. And because not all quests are created equal, that means that you really don't want the best quests, the ones that give you the most gold, sitting in your quest log. You want to complete those as soon as possible, on that day. It might be tempting to use the play 8 games and stagger that over a couple of days, but that's 800 gold that you could potentially be getting on 2 consecutive days. You see, once you complete the quest, it goes back into the pool of potential quests that you can get, and so you could theoretically get it again the next day. But that can't happen as long as it's in your quest log. Same thing with the 600 gold win 3 games quest. So if you really want to optimize the amount of gold you get, you definitely want to complete those 2 quests on the same day that you get them, in the hopes that you can get them again the next day, or rather to increase your odds of that happening. Now, one additional tactic that you can use to further increase your odds of getting those high payout quests is to deliberately let the low value quests sit in your quest log. You can make 1 or even 2 of those 200 gold quests sit in your quest log. This way you know that the odds that the next quest you get is going to be another 200 gold one are lower, because 2 of them are out of the pool of potential quests. Now, there are some issues with this though. If you're gonna do that, that means you are blocking yourself from using 2 franchises worth of heroes, since those 200 gold quests are play 2 games as a Diablo, Warcraft, or Starcraft hero. Further, it means that you absolutely have to play every day, and complete your quests every day. If you slip up and go a day without completing your quests, then that basically screws with your plan. So I'm just presenting this idea to you. I don't do that myself, but if you do go that route, then you'll want the Diablo and Starcraft quests to be the ones that you block out. You'll have to play as Warcraft heroes, because Warcraft has the widest selection of roles. The 300 gold quests all involve playing 3 games as a certain role: support, specialist, warrior, and assassin. And currently, there are no Diablo support characters. But let's assume that you're not using this method. Let's assume that you have an even chance every day of getting any of those quests. That means, on average, you'll be getting 356 gold per day just from doing your dailies. And that's just from the quests themselves. You also get gold from playing the games. 30 gold for winning a match, 20 gold for losing a match. So that averages out to 25 gold per game, assuming a win-loss ratio of 50-50. And again, doing the average of how many games that is, that's about 3.5 games per day. Of course, we're talking about averages. You're not going to actually play half a game on any given day. But let's say 3 games one day, 4 games the next. So that means in total you're getting roughly 443 gold per day just from playing and completing your daily quests. At 20 minutes a game, which is about average, we're talking about roughly 70 minutes, a little over an hour of playtime every day. If you could commit an hour of your time a day to playing this game, you can stay on top of maximizing your gold income. While you certainly can keep playing games after you've completed your daily, the amount of gold you get is just about negligible. Again, you get 356 gold for the average daily quest, and you get only 30 gold, less than a tenth of that, for winning a game. Alright, we have 443 gold of steady income coming in every day. Again, let's say your goal is to get to Hero League, that is ranked play. You need to hit level 30, you need to have 10 heroes unlocked. How much does it cost to unlock 10 heroes? Well, if you buy all the least expensive heroes, that amounts to 28,000 gold. When we're talking about the cheapest heroes, we're talking about ETC and Muradin as warriors at 2,000 gold, Vala and Raynor as assassins at 2,000 gold, Malfurion and Lili as supports at 2,000. So just from the 2,000 gold characters, you're gonna have 2 characters of every role but specialist. And for Hero League, you ideally want at least 2 heroes of every role. In Hero League ranked play, you get to draft your team, and you want to make sure that you're able to build a solid party. And let's say your team needs you to play healer, and you only have Lili, but the other team already picked Lili, that means you won't be able to pick Lili. And if you have no other support unlocked, then your team will be missing that healer. So as we move into the 4,000 gold heroes, we've got Sonya and Anubarak at 4,000. Those are warriors. Then on page 2 we have Illidan and Tychus as assassins at 4,000. And that'll give you your 10. However, that means you're not going to have any specialist. We have Gazlowe over here at 4,000 as well. Stitches were going up to 7,000, but Gazlowe and Tassadar are also 4,000. So I would substitute any one of those previous 4,000 gold characters for Gazlowe. This way you at least have 1 specialist to choose from. The next highest cost specialist is Zagara at 7,000. So again, in total, that's all gonna run you 28,000 gold. We need to be level 30 to unlock Hero League, so we'll already have 10,000 gold accumulated from that, as we previously said. And that leaves us with 18,000 gold that we have to gain through doing our daily quests and leveling up heroes to level 5. So again, talking about optimizing here, we'll want to make sure that we're always leveling those heroes to 5. We said it takes about 9 games to reach level 5. That's about 3 hours of play. So let's say every 3rd day, we get a hero to 5 and gain another 500 gold. If we average that out, 500 divided by 3, that's an additional 167 gold per day. So if we add that 167 to the amount of gold we get per day from our dailies, we're up to about 610 gold per day. And that means it's going to take us about 30 days to accumulate 18,000 gold. So all in all, playing as efficiently as possible with your gold acquisition, you could be hitting Hero League within about a month of playing this game. That is, of course, if you have hit level 30 by then. Now, a couple additional notes. If you have accumulated more than 1 daily, and you want to just try to be as efficient as possible in making use of your playtime, then try to pick heroes that will allow you to complete more than one daily quest at a time. For instance, if you have one quest to play 2 games as a Warcraft hero and 3 games as a support character, then pick either Malfurion or Lily, for instance, in order to work towards both quests at once. Further, if you get the Win 3 Games quest, and again, you want to be as efficient as possible with your time, then you can play versus AI instead of against humans. So instead of playing 6 games on average, again assuming a win rate of 50%, versus AI you'll likely only have to play 3 games, because your win rate versus AI should be 100%. Instead of 30 gold, you'll only get 10 gold from a win in this mode, but the match will likely be over in less than 20 minutes as well. And again, the gold from wins isn't as significant as the gold gained from completing quests. Now to wrap up, I'm just going to reiterate, daily quests will be your regular source of gold, and factoring in the number of games that you play, 443 gold is roughly what you're going to be getting every day. So once you're level 40 and you have no further player rewards to unlock, no more heroes to get to level 5, then 443 is the base amount of gold you can expect to get on a daily basis. So factor that into your equations. If you want to buy a 4,000 gold hero, for instance, then it's going to take you 7 days of playing in order to accumulate enough gold to purchase it. If you want to buy a 10,000 cost hero, that's going to mean 16 days of grinding. And one final note, when a new hero is released, it costs 15,000 gold. But after just a couple weeks, that price goes down to 10,000, where it's going to stay for a very long time. But if you can just hold out for a couple weeks, you're going to see a huge price drop. 15,000 to 10,000 is super significant. 5,000 gold is roughly 8 days of grinding. That wraps up this guide. Thanks for watching. Check back for more Heroes of the Storm guides, including guides for heroes, general tips, map advice, and more. And if you enjoyed this video, share it with friends, leave a comment, hit like, and subscribe to join Rikers Raiders.